Okay, so this is the third video, and I was quite busy since last few days, so I couldn't upload a third one. So my project is almost unfinished. Even I haven't finished the chapter very well. Today I have taken uh, um, from Kingdom Animalia. So we have finished in last two videos general characters of animals. Yeah, so we are going to go for three phylums today inside it. Okay, so they are, according to my plan today, I guess more than 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes will include Porifera, Coelenterata, and Platyhelminthes. We'll pick this today. So I reiterate that before we study, I have already given you idea that we are discussing this chapter and this chapter from this subject. So it's better we need to preview the book, especially that chapter, what we are discussing, for a few times. That will make our class even more effective, and you will get more and more interested in listening to it many times. And I guess in this way, before our entrance exam arrives or schedules, okay, so before entrance exam, we don't need to even look at the book. We just enjoy the video, our video on YouTube. That will make our revision the best to win the entrance exam. In fact, I have made a change in background today, that it's Littman cardiology for a stethoscope. So when we see a stethoscope, we can recognize that it belongs to doctor. Okay, so if we have a stethoscope, our dream of becoming doctor becomes even stronger and stronger. That's why I have kept this one, cardiology for of Lateman 3M. That's my personal stethoscope. So I request all of medical aspirants to have a good uh, stethoscope. Since now is okay, because uh, we will have a fixed direction. Our ambition will be with us. Okay. We don't need to buy that much expensive stethoscope, because this stethoscope in market, in Nepali market, is around 36,000 Nepali rupees for one stethoscope. So we can buy a cheap one that costs about, I guess, yeah, 600 to 2,000. We can buy a normal one. Okay. Yeah, let's begin without wasting our time. Phylum Porifera. Here, important names that we need to keep in our mind are Robert E. Grant. He coined the term porifera. John Ellis studied water canal system in porifera, especially in sponges. And a study of porifera, okay, The animal which symbolize porifera are responses. Okay, so the study of responses is called, we have learned our textbook. So let's recall what will be the answer. That's correct. It's parazoology. Parazoology. Okay. Now we are going to go to general characters of phylum, then classification, and mm, in after classifying it, okay, each class has a few examples, so we'll learn about this. A same will happen with Porifera, Coelenterata, and Platyhelminthes today. General characters of phylum Porifera. There are 16 general characters written in our textbook. Okay, number one, we make it easy like we are just talking and keeping in our brain. Porifera phylum has minute pores. What are they called? I give a beep of 2 to 3 seconds to recall. That's ostia. OSTIA. Poriferas are aquatic, mostly marine, and few freshwater. They are sessile, solitary, or colonial. The larval forms are free living. Okay, they have cellular grade of organization and tissues are absent. Mostly, uh, poriferas are asymmetrical. Some are radially symmetrical. When you consider about body layers, body wall is diploblastic. So outer layer is pinacoderm and inner layer is conoderm. When we discuss about coelom of porifera, then we have to say very clearly that it's the beginning, okay, almost the beginning, and they are acoelomate animals. Water canal system is well developed. We have to keep this in our mind because in exam, most of the time, this question appears. And this water canal system helps the spawns in nutrition, respiration, excretion, etc. There are four types: ASLR, asconide, cyconide, leuconide, and ragon. Holozoic type is its nutrition, and digestion or digestion is intracellular. Mouth and alimentary canal absent. Okay, so just we are talking. I'm not telling you points like number one, number two. That creates more pressure on our brain. Just talking, and while talking, I will discuss with all my friends about my experience about important questions. So it will be just like a discussion, talking, chatting, and understanding the whole content. So when we consider about respiratory and excretory organs, they are not present over here. So what serves as an anus in porifera That is osculum. Osculum. Okay. Body is supported by spicules and skeleton, which are made up of calcium carbonate or a silica or a spongin fibers. So they may be monoaction, triaction, and tetraaction. Reproduction in porifera is by budding or gemel formation. Sexual reproduction by similar gametes. Ovum sperms formation. They are hermaphrodite. They don't have nervous system, and cross-fertilization is very common over here. When we think about porifera, we have to see the picture of its regeneration. Porifera has, or we can say, they have great power of regeneration. Okay, so we are almost at the last point in general characters of phylum Porifera. So that is development. Development is indirect, having a free swimming ciliated larva, the amphiblastula or parenchyma. Classification. It is divided into three classes. Okay, so there. I remember this one as a CDH. CDH, okay. While I was preparing MBBS entrance exam, I had this way to remember CDH, okay. So it makes a bit easier for me, and you can use your own way. So C for calcarea, D for Demospongia, and H for hexactinellate. Hexactinellate, okay. So sometimes these words are very professional, so pronunciation sometimes there's very easy to make a blunder in pronunciation, so we can take time to pronounce. Calcarea has two examples, Leucosolenia and Cycon. Hexactinellate has two examples, Euplectella and Hyalonema. Sure, okay. We can use superlearning to remember the examples because hexactinellate has two letters, the beginning H and E, and their examples will come from H and E. Demospongia has two examples, so they are Sponsula and Euspongia. We can also use a way to remember this one because it has spongia word and the end of the class Demospongia, and the examples also contain spongia term. Yeah, sponsilla, spongia. Okay, so that is Euspongia. Okay, sponsilla and Euspongia. We have to think or discuss about some important points. Study of sponges. What's that? We discussed in the beginning of this video today. Largest sponge is Sphaekiospongia. Smallest sponge is Leucosolenia. And use of poriferas, that's also very important. Dried fibrous skeletal sponges like spongia, epospongia, and euspongia are used for bathing, polishing, washing cars, walls, furniture, scrubbing of floor, etc. Skeleton of some sponges like Euplectella are used as decorative piece. Okay, so these were important points that we have just discussed. Okay, now second class or class 2 is hexactinellida. Okay, so CDS I discussed with my friends about the way to remember his classes, so that's not so really. In fact, we have remembered three names. That's very important, and putting it in respective classes, that's not a big deal. So class 2 is hexactinellida. What is the spicules of hexactinellida made of? Spicules, S beginning, made of silica. Body is cup-shaped, funnel-shaped, or cylindrical. They are exclusively marine. Sponges are beautiful and shiny. Now, let's go to Demospongia. The spicules are made up of spongine fibers. Body is compact, massive, and variable. They are marine as well as freshwater. And we are not talking about their examples because we discussed this in the beginning of the division of classes, okay, when we discussed CST that time, yeah, okay. But very important things among or in their examples are like Venus flower basket sponge is the name of Euplectella. Glass rob sponge is the name of Hyalonema. Bath sponge is the name of Euspongia. Now we jump to next phylum, that is phylum Coelenterata. So, coilus, okay, the original words we need to discuss. Coilus means hollow, and enteron is intestine. We discussed about scientists. Hatchek named Nidaria to presence of stinging nematocist cells in their body. Leucard named Coelenterata. And what is nidology? That is study of Coelenterata. When we think about its general characters, there are 15. We don't talk point-wise. In fact, we talk serially, but we don't say number 1, number 2, because that will make our discussion, our chatting a bit boring, okay? So just talking and talking, and I will explain all important points, okay? Here in Coelenterata, body possesses internal hollow cavity or gastrovascular cavity known as coelenterine, and animals are called as coelenterids. What about habitat? They are all aquatic, mostly marine and some freshwater. They are mostly sessile and some are free-living. Few are active swimming or free-floating. That's very important. Free-floating coelenterate example is Aurelia. When I speak Aurelia, that word gives me a good sensation of oil. Oil always floats on water. That's why Aurelia is free-floating. Okay, when we listen this video or enjoy this video, then we say, okay, maybe I know experienced guy is saying that Aurelia, when he listens, he thinks that he has feeling of oil. What about us? We don't know what is Aurelia. and how to feel oil from a radiator. So it's not like that, my friend, because everything that you do in the beginning, you will be the beginner. Obviously, you will know nothing. Even I didn't know anything that time. It goes on practicing and practicing and practicing. We shouldn't waste our time a lot on video games, television, chatting with friends, and doing unnecessary discussions. But we have to control ourselves to put and concentrate completely on book if we really wanna win MBBS entrance exam, because just passing an MBBS entrance exam sometimes also luck favors. Okay, when you haven't worked so hard, you'll pass. But MBBS entrance preparation at least will give you or will make you as much as hardworking as as an example. Uh, Example is B. Okay, uh, B are very hardworking, right? So we can become as B. Okay. Okay, just by preparing this entrance exam, and at least I can assure that even if a few students who are MBBS aspirants, they don't want to take part in MBBS entrance exam, whatever they will become in future, obviously they will become very successful, because hard working is the main key to make a person most successful in the world. This is a philosophy lecture, okay? And that's just talking, okay? But what I'm talking, that's not rubbish. They all are meaningful. What about Salentoid? What type of symmetry does it have, or do they have? Obviously, radially symmetrical they are. They have tissue level or tissue grade or organization. They are diploblastic again, ectoderm, epidermis, and endoderm or gastrodermis. Between them, they have cementing layer that's called mesoglea. Nutrition is holozoic type. Mouth serves for both purposes. What's that? Intake and exit. Tentacles bear nematocysts, which help them to capture the prey, the food present in water, and tentacles bear stinging or nematocyst shells. That's a great hypnotizing chemical to paralyze the prey. Prey is what? Prey is coelenterata over here, that coelenterata food, and they may be living organisms. So hypnotizing them and making them faint for a short time help them to grab the prey and eat it. Okay, digestion or digestion is intracellular as well as extracellular. Coelom, respiratory, circulatory, and excretory organs are absent. Respiration, excretion takes place through general body surface and nervous system. As primitive, consisting of diffuse nerve net consisting of nerve cells in the mesoglea. Reproductive system. They reproduce sexually and asexually. They have another type of okay. They have another type of division method, that is budding or fission or regeneration. They fall in a sexual reproductive method, and sexual reproduction is by formation of gametes, ova and sperms. Polymorphism. What is polymorphism? We have to understand. Okay, so there are two forms of individuals: a sexual form, polyp, and sexual form, medusa. This is very important term, or we can say there are two, right? So there are two terms very important. A sexual form of coelenterata is called polyp, P-O-L-I-P, sorry, POLYP, and sexual form is Medusa, MEDUSA, okay. And sexual forms are monoecious or dioecious. And I have already told you guys that when we think about monoecious, we have to, mono means single, yeah? So monoecious is same as bisexual. Dioecious is same as unisexual, okay? So clear? Yeah. And alternation of generation is present in Coelenterata, and that is metagenesis is present over here in Coelenterate's life cycle. So asexual generation, polyform, alternates with the sexual generation, Medusa form, and vice versa. Development is indirect with the free-living planula larva. So it has indirect development, and its larva is planula, which is free-living. Classification. I have remembered, okay, the classes of Coelenterata as has, H-A-S, has. H for hydrozoa, A for anthozoa, and S for scyphozoa. Okay. So hydrozoa has three examples according to our textbook, and I have remembered it as hop, 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 H-O-P, hydrozoa. Scyphozoa or scyphozoa has two examples, and they are R, R. Okay, so here R is superlearning. It doesn't have any relation with ARE, so we have to omit E, and that examples are ER. A for Aurelia, R for rhizostoma. Okay, next one is Anthozoa class, and it has three examples. So I have remembered its example as pen FM, pen FM, pen for peninsula, peninsula, F for fungi, and M for metroidium. Important characters of this class we need to discuss now. Hydrozoa. In this class, both polyp and medusa forms are present, mostly marine, some are freshwater. Mesogloi is simple and non-cellular. It's called Scyphozoa or Scyphozoa. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Scyphozoa or Scyphozoa. Okay. Medusa form is dominant, polyp stage or asexual stage is reduced or absent, exclusively marine. Mesogloi is usually cellular. Anthozoa. So in Anthozoa, E is like, Anthozoa. So according to its name, Anthozoa, okay? So A is the beginning. So A is like a sexual, yeah? So here in this case, only polyform is present. Medusa form is absent. In this way, we can keep in our mind about this alternation of generation. What phase is more prominent? Yeah. And there is no alternation of generation, obviously, yes, because Medusa is not present. It's exclusively marine, and Mesogloi is fibrous, connective, and amoeboid cells. Okay, now we are going to jump to platyhelminthes. Yeah, maybe it's better keep my cell phone over here for a while so that your dream will come close to you. Okay, platyhelminthes. Now I keep it over here because it gets fixed. Yeah. So platyhelminthes is platy means flat and helminthes means worm. Okay, we have to understand these terms. Simplification way. Okay, so Gagenbar suggested name platyhelminthes and its study is called helminthology. Yeah. And when we think about its important characters, that is dorso-ventrally flat and leaf-like, called as flatworms. Mostly, they are parasitic and some are free-living as planaria example. They are bilaterally symmetrical and triploblastic. They are acoelenterated animal and the space between body wall and the internal organs filled up with. Okay, now think it very carefully. What is the space filled up with? Okay, I give you a clue. Begins from P. That's correct. Parenchyma. Yeah? Okay. Hold fast organs. Parasitic animals develop adhesive structures like hooks, spines, suckers which enable the parasite to remain attached with body parts, and they don't have locomotory organs. Nutrition is holozoic type. They feed on blood, bile, or juice. Digestive system is incomplete, branched, or absent. Anus is absent. Respiratory system. Respiratory organs are absent. They perform anaerobic type of respiration. Excretory system, for this one, they have excretory organ phlegm cells or protonephridia. Excretory pore is present at posterior end. And nervous system, it is primitive and ladder-like. It consists of a pair of anterior ganglia and the nerve cord connected by transverse nerves. The reproductive system, it is well developed and complex. They are hermaphrodite or bisexual or monoecious. When we think about fertilization, it is internal, maybe cross or self. However, parthenogenesis or polyembryo commonly occur in parasitic form. Okay, so let's go to life cycle. Simple or complex. It may require one host, monogenetic, or two host, digenetic. Development is usually indirect, involving one or more larval stages. And phylum Platyhelminthes is classified into three classes on the basis of both habitat and segmentation. Platyhelminthes, their three classes are CT2. I remember it like this, okay? So it means CTT. There's a very popular term in medicine radiology that you will understand later after becoming a doctor or while you are learning MBBS. CT scan. CT scan, okay? So it's easy to remember. CT2. Or we can also think about a city. Kathmandu is a city, okay? So CT2, two cities, yeah? So Cestata, Traumatoda, and Turbellaria. For Turbellaria, example is Planaria, Traumatoda, Fasciola, and Tania is for Cestata. So Turbellaria class a few general characters. They are free-living aquatic forms. They have unsegmented body, alimentary canal, consists of mouth, pharynx, and intestine. It doesn't have hooks or suckers, and there is regeneration, very common here. When we think about Trematoda, they are exclusively parasites with unsegmented body and has mouth, pharynx, and intestine. They are parasites, so they are having suckers, and they have complex life cycle and may require one or more hosts. So we have already discussed about its example is fasciola. So that is fasciola hepatica. Hepatic means liver. So it's also called liver fluke. So liver fluke is an example of which class? Trabellaria, Trematoda, or Cystoda? That will be Trematoda. Now we are going to discuss about Cystoda. Cystoda, okay. What about Cystoda? Important is they are all endoparasites. And they have segmented tape-like structure, okay, segmented body. Digestive system is absent. They don't need digestive system because they absorb all nutrition from the host, and they must have hooks and suckers, and they have complex life cycles, so they need one or more hosts. Example, tinea of Cystoda, so that is tinea solium. It begins with T, so it's tapeworm. Important points that we need to keep in our mind are liver fluke is a common name of Fasciola hepatica. Blood fluke is a common name of Cystosoma. Pork tapeworm, Tinea solium. Beef tapeworm, Tinea sazinata. Dog tapeworm, Echinococcus. So that we have just discussed what are the important points, their common names, and later is its scientific name. Sure. This video will be about 40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes is all right. I had estimate that I could finish this video within 40 to 50 minutes, but it's even less than 40 minutes. So I request you, my friends, study a lot. The same content many times. Revision is very important. Listening to my video, enjoying my video with your friends and asking questions or even commenting me to make the video even far better will be always welcomed. So all the best, my friends, and I will see you very soon in next video. Thank you. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.